Greetings and salutations, what's up everybody, Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews, back with another video. Hopefully you guys are all doing fantastic. I know I am. Hopefully you guys had a great weekend. Welcome on to another great week. It's going to be a fun-filled week full of content and good news. I know it. Microsoft has multiple things that they could announce, as are the rumors. But this is something that I found absolutely pretty damn weird, in my opinion, and I bet you guys will find it a little bit interesting and probably a little bit weird as well, just like me. Somebody pointed out this article, and of course it's a Forbes article, and this is what it's called, right? It says, it sure feels like Microsoft's new Xbox One mantra is be PlayStation. And then it goes into specifics about how you know, it's really funny, right? It's like Microsoft has done well with Xbox One, but he won't get into specifics because there's no longer any sales information, yada yada yada. And he says, I think we're starting to see a corner turn from Microsoft, so that sounds good. It says it took them a few years, but they're slowly learned from their mistakes. The Kinect thing, obviously, the power disparity, which wasn't much when the PS4 and Xbox One launched. I find that to be a curious line, the power disparity, which wasn't much when the PS4 and Xbox One launched, but with PS4 having a slight edge. Remember how much of an edge people made it out to be? 50% more power. Holy crap. Then he says that became the narrative for a few years. You think? And why did that narrative stop? Oh, right, because the Xbox One X. The Xbox One X was the underpowered one of the two. Microsoft ditched its motion-based ideas and sped straight towards pure power. It's like a kid who gets sand kicked in its face one summer, then comes back a year later with 50 more pounds of muscle to stand up to his bully after working out nonstop. That's the Xbox One X, prioritizing power above any other gimmick, which is what the PS4 did from the start. It doesn't stop there. He says, I think Microsoft has finally seen the light when it comes to its anemic exclusive roster. They're changing things up by putting Minecraft vet Matt Booty in charge of VP of Microsoft Studios, and while he is yet to be confirmed, although by all accounts it seems to be happening, they're bringing back Fable by asking Forza Horizon Studio Playground Games to make Fable 4. According to sources, Microsoft is going down this road because it was inspired by the success of Guerrilla Games' Horizon Zero Dawn. That was a long-time Sony studio known for one thing, Killzone, but was given the freedom to do something new, and he created the new iconic PlayStation series. Yeah, see, I don't agree with that. One game doesn't make something iconic, by the way. He says, I'm not quite clear on why Microsoft is just catching up on this now. Sony has attracted a large fan base on the back of many impressive single-player games over the years, not just Horizon, but the Uncharted series, The Last of Us, God of War, and Bloodborne, and Neo, among others. First of all, he's confused because Neo isn't their IP. Second of all, God of War was the PS2, Last of Us was PS3, Bloodborne, it was a collaborative effort, and that was PS4. But that's like really understating Microsoft's games, because they've had stuff like Gears, Halo, Forza, Fable. They've had different games throughout as well. So basically he's saying that Microsoft stole Sony's playbook, but Sony stole the playbook from Microsoft to begin with, right? I mean, just think about it. It's very funny. They aren't trying to beat PlayStation, they're just trying to do their thing that got them where they were in the first place with the Xbox 360. They fixed the hardware issues, like Phil Spencer said. They fixed the back end with the Xbox Live issues, like Phil Spencer said, and now they're working on the games, like Phil Spencer said. It wasn't like they've had a lack of games this entire generation, because as I've said many times before, they kicked it off with amazing games, and it was only 2017 was a down year. So what was Sony doing from launch until what people think 2017 was a super year for them? But what was Sony doing up until that point? Because it sure as hell wasn't beating Microsoft in the big AAA exclusive department, because right at launch they only launched with Killzone, Knack, and what else, you know, while Microsoft launched with multiple exclusives and also hit with new IP like Titanfall, Rise, Son of Rome, and of course Sunset Overdrive within the first year on the market. So I know people like to get all caught up on this whole thing like Sony has done some kind of amazing thing, but I will obviously link this article. I just think that it's a little bit ridiculous, and I would love your guys' opinion on it. Microsoft is just going back to being Microsoft and not Sony. Sony was the one that stole the playbook from Microsoft, and I did a video about that like years ago. Thanks for watching. Have a great night. Rack 'em up. Crapgamer out.